Okay, in this video I'm going to go over changing your state, the why and the how of why you would want to change your state, what does that mean, and how you can do it. So the why would be for a better life, be one reason. So what do I mean by a better life? So your state controls how you perceive and how you feel. So you can feel better, respond better, you can overcome better. So what do I mean by overcoming? So you have things that come up in your life that are bad, that are negative, that could be perceived negative but also could be perceived positively. You have things like addictions and pain and suffering. So you can basically overcome better if you can change your state. And what do I mean by changing your state exactly, you might ask? Well, glad you asked. So changing state is like changing your vibration in your mind, your subconscious and your conscious mind, of how you are doing how you are taking stuff and cycling it in a better way. So instead of looking at something and being like, oh, that's so bad, you could look at something and be like, oh, that's so good and I love it. You can look at stuff and say there's a reason for this. Even if it's bad, you can be like, you can look at it in a positive way, like, I know there's something, there's some reason for this in my life, there's something good that can come out of it. And so that is just stuff so you can feel better, you can get rid of anxiety, depression with this, sadness, and you can control your mind with this. So, you know, a lot of what I teach on my channel is that your subconscious mind has a lot to do with your reality and changing your reality. So if you're constantly finding yourself, so your feelings also like amplify, they amplify what your mind is doing. You're getting a biofeedback off your feelings and off your emotions. So if you're constantly finding yourself like, oh, I'm panicking all of a sudden, this would be a good thing for you to do. So you have a multitude of reasons why. The list can go on and on. So then we would go to, how can you change your state? So we could do breathwork. What do I mean by breathwork? So there's Wim Hof, there's all kinds of breathwork on my channel. There's 9D breathwork, there's all kinds of practitioners. I offer a bunch of it in my classes and training and in my videos on YouTube for free. And basically it's just elevating your mood and your vibration through breath. So instead of being like, you can even do this throughout the day. So kind of like a walking prayer is like being able to so like if you're kind of like noticing yourself shallow breathing and you're kind of like stressed out, you can actually all you can do is breathe in real deep and kind of do like a yawn. And you will feel so much relief if you just let it go. And you can do that with, even in the grocery store, you can do it in front of people and they're just going to think you're yawning. And you kind of are. Like, a yawn is basically just relieving the stress in a natural way. It's your body kind of like relieving the stress, letting go of anxiety. You might be tired and it's kind of like a way for release. And you can do purposeful yawning in your breath. You can also do a lot of the Wim Hof type breathing and a lot of the there's so many different ways that you can lay down and do meditation with the breath work. So that's another one, is meditation, prayer. So prayer and meditation is a way to change your state. I really like the breath work and the meditation. We do it all the time. We do it in the morning. We try to do it sometimes in the afternoon or the evening. And we do it as many times as we need to. Sometimes if we're having a bad day, we can stop and we can reset. We can change our state in a way that we raise our vibration. You can even just jump. You can do exercises. You can clap. You can do some weird stuff. You can lay down and do snow angels on the ground. You can scream. You can yell if you need to get it out. Yell into a pillow. Yell outside. Ah! You can clap and do all kinds of. You know, Tony Robbins does all this like energetic stuff in a lot of his seminars and stuff, and there's a reason. He's changing people's states so he can get them into a place where they're in a higher vibration. A lot of it has to do with your heart, feeling it. There's a thing called Ho'oponopono that you can also do, and it's basically just, I'm not going to try to spell it because I'm going to mess it up. I'm a horrible speller, so you might notice it in my videos, but I understand some deep level stuff, and I'm not. Spelling is just, if you want to get caught up in spelling, this ain't the place for you. But I go over deep stuff that's like super spiritual, super physical, metaphysical, scientific, like all the stuff that you need to know for a better life. So, but anyways, I digress. So we're going to go. So Ho'oponopono is saying 4 statements over and over again. I'll just that's my best attempt. So and you may not even be able to see it anyways. It's pretty small. I gotta start writing bigger, maybe. I don't know. Can you see that? Leave comments if you can see that, or if I need to write bigger. Slap me on the wrist. Ho'oponopono. So Joe Vitale teaches this a lot. They come from Hawaii, and it's basically just sitting down and going, I love you, please forgive me, I'm sorry, thank you, I love you, please forgive me, I'm sorry. Saying those over and over again towards a negative thought or emotion or a feeling or a state that you need to change. If you're having a negative thought, anything lower vibration, you can do this to. You can do Ho'oponopono too. You can do breath work and meditation all together. You can do affirmations mixed in as well. Affirmations, so that's basically just saying, I'm in a sales sore. I'm in a money sore. I have a good body. I have a healthy body. I have a good physique. I have a good mental. If you are constantly catching yourself being like, I have a problem with this myself, and constantly having to adjust it. I'm human, so I'm just right with y'all, trying to help. And me and my wife are going through this. She's always constantly, she's calling herself my minion now because she's basically like, da da da, da da da, da da da, da da da. She's like, oh no, 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 no. You know, I'll be like, oh, I can't do that. Da da da, da da da, da da. She don't say it like that, but she's gonna kill me because she's gonna see this. But basically, you gotta catch yourself saying bad stuff. I can't. So if your state is negative and you're saying, I can't do that, I don't have money, I don't have time, any of that kind of stuff, that negative, anything negative, you can do this and you can change it. And you can start saying positive affirmations. So positive, let's put that in there, positive. And you might, you know, you might think I'm lying because that's not reality, but all the spiritual teachers say the same thing. You're not lying if you're saying something that's true in the spiritual. It's just not true in the physical. So you have to make it true in the spiritual first by saying it, by believing it, by thinking it. We all make things in the spirit realm, in the subconscious spiritual realm of 4D, 5D. We make things first there, then they come into the 3D through our reality, through the bridge of incidents. And though Goddard talks about this a lot, you know, all the great spiritual teachers talk about this in some form or another. Jesus Christ talked about it, you know, the kingdom of heaven first, and then all these things will be added to you. So there's so many different ways that you can say that, but you are basically just work on this for the why and the how of changing your state. Whenever you catch yourself going into a negative, Satan will sift you like wheat and have you in a negative state. So if you're like, oh, this is just woo-woo stuff, I don't have time for this, I'm just going to keep living the way that I want to keep living, well, got news for you, like, life is going to keep getting worse. It's going to go down and down and down. The negativity is just going to get, Satan doesn't stop. He's just going to keep hitting you. He's going to keep hitting you. He's going to keep hitting you. So you got to stop that in the tracks and do stuff like this. You could eat better, exercise, play, make time for play, have hobbies, go out, catch some sun. Grounding is something that's super big. Also looking at your environment. You know, if y'all could see the environment that we have out here in our little patio, we got plants and we have all kinds of like spiritual stuff and musical instruments, and we have just all kinds of plants, like tons and tons of plants. But that gives us a good feeling and changes our state as we make our environment better. And you can do that too. You don't have to be in a bad environment. You can change it. And it starts with this. So if your environment sucks, change your mental, and it will, your inner world is the creator of your outer. So change your inner, your outer will change, but also change your outer so you get that biofeedback. And there's so many other ways to change your state. I'm trying to remember before I close this out, but I'm kind of drawing a blank. So let's see. We got some meditation. prayer, taking a nap. It wasn't in the scripture. Somebody was mad. God was like, take a nap. Or get something to eat. Like maybe he was hungry or something. But making sure you eat right, getting the sleep you need, staying in consistency will change your state. And you'll be able to have a better life. You'll be able to feel better, respond better, overcome better. Your anxiety will go down, your depression will go down, you'll get happier, you'll be more successful. You'll be able to control your mind and control your reality, and you'll get this biofeedback going to where you will be able to raise your vibration and improve your life. That is my hope for you today. And if you like this video, like and subscribe, and look at my other videos of all this stuff that I break down, every little piece of this. It'll just keep on getting better and better. Deep dive into all this spirituality and mind and subconscious mind and power of the mind, how to be happier and more successful in your life. Thank you.